Hi girls, welcome to Making Cards with Layers. This is my last video for our boot camp. I hope you've been enjoying all the lessons we've been giving you. I know I have, although I have a lot of catching up to do because I've been a little busy. But we're going to be making 4 cards. I had put A4 on the supply list, but they're actually A2 card bases. There's an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock. You cut it in half and you get 2 cards out of one. I've pre-prepped all my supplies so it'll go much quicker. So the first card that we're going to be making, the first layout, will be this Paper Play Sketches number 23, this one here. And I'm making that a Halloween card. So my card base is going to be black. I'm actually going to cut this one with you so you can see how I go about doing it. And this is my We Are Memory Keepers, The Works tool, and I love this thing. So you cut it down at 5.5, so you get 2 card bases, and then you score it at. Actually, what I like to do, which is much easier, is I take my cardstock, I put it up there in the corner, with the edge along here and the edge along there, and you just fold it over and line that up. Take it down the center and score. And you get a perfect score all the time, nice and square. So you have your card base, which is 4.25 by 5.5. So my first layer, I love this. So this first outside layer, I'm going to make it 4 1/8. 4 1/8. That's not bad, that's crooked. By 5 3/8. Just a little bit smaller than the card front. So this will be that first layer, which will go like that. Then my second layer is going to be I'm sorry, we're not using that card sketch. I totally forgot what I was doing. We're using this one here, number 54. I was wondering, why do I not have enough paper? So this piece right here, you kind of have to gauge it to whatever you're doing. But the way I do it is I take my little ruler, I look at the card sketch, and it seems to be about this far away. So that would be 3.5. And I'd say it comes up, I'm gonna put it all the way down to the bottom, and it comes up about 3.5. So it's about a 3.5 inch square. I'm using this cool batt paper. So 3.5 by 3.5, and that should fit right here like this. I like laying out my cards before I glue anything down, so I make sure I have everything correct. Then for this little fencing here, I have this really cool Martha Stewart punch, which is, it's like a bird on a fence with spider webs, which is perfect for Halloween. So I've already punched that out, and we'll use that along the bottom like that. And then for the top, I'm going to use one of my little doilies that I got in a swap. So that's going to go up there, and then we'll decorate it. So I'm either going to use that, I was thinking maybe this, but that goes off the page and it's a little too big. So we're going to use this. I'll cut it up, and then we'll use some decorations to decorate the top. Okay. Oh, I know what else I was going to put. Was my spider web. Where did I put it? Well, I had a piece of spider web. And now I can't find it. But we'll have to cut another piece. Lost it. put that aside. So I like to ink all my edges. I don't like white edges. The cardstock, this is a black base cardstock, so that's fine. And really ink doesn't sit well on these. So I'll just glue this down first. And I like using wet glue, and I use Barely Art glue. I used to use the glitter art, but I like this one a lot better. You glue it down and it doesn't take long. It dries pretty quickly. So it's awesome. But now on this paper, so that's the first layer. So now on my decorative paper, I always ink my edges. It just gives it more dimension and almost like a second layer. And just see how it makes, just gives it all that little extra that it needs. And that goes this way. So we'll glue this down. I'll glue that right there. Now when I glue this down, I am going to ink these edges up a little bit too. Stress it a bit. And I think I'm going to put that right there. I'm actually just going to cut this in half. And we'll glue this down. Hope I'm not being too quiet. I don't want to be too quiet. We'll take that and glue that right at the top here. So now we're 1, 2, 3 layers. So now we're going to put down our little fence. And I think I'm going to put it, I want to be able to see the bird off the edge there, I think. I'll just trim this right here. And trim this off. And save these pieces because you can always use those for something else. I think I'm going to trim. I picked this up, I think, at Tuesday morning a long time ago, and it's just a little tiny cutter. But I love this thing. It comes in handy for little jobs like this. This white mat that I'm working on, because I found with videoing, I use the Tim Holtz glass mat, but it always reflects my light. And I was in IKEA, and this is a desk mat. I think it was only like $5. It was really cheap. And when I saw it, I immediately thought, I said, well, that'd be great to put on my desktop when I'm filming so that it doesn't reflect the light. Because I have 2 little lights on the sides, and then I have my ring light up here. So between all of those, oh, it's pretty low, I knocked it down. I always use my tweezers to lay things down. Avoid getting glue on your fingers, and you can place it exactly where you want it. If you get glue on your paper like that, all you gotta do is take a little baby wipe and just wipe it away. This cardstock is very forgiving that way. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. I guess this one's not really on top of anything else, but it's an extra piece. I got these in this, oh, these doilies and these little guys. I have another one here somewhere. Came from, oh, I'm losing my little pieces. Where'd my little girl go? That's what you get for being prepared way in advance. Thought I had everything all set, and now I can't find some of my things. Okay. Don't know where he went, but I had two of these. Well, here's my boo. I don't know if I like that anyway. Let's see. Have some ephemera here. I was thinking maybe this would be cute up here, or maybe this one here. Happy Halloween. Kind of like the witch flying in the air. What do you think? Oh, I like this one. These I got at Dollar Tree. These are new this year. Yeah, I love these. I don't know. I thought I had this all set in my mind, and that was already a couple of days ago, so you know how that goes. Put a little bat over here. Put another one over here. I'm going to put this little crow down here. Put a little kitty over here. So cute. I'm going to put something Halloween up there. Let me do this one. So what do you think, girls? Cute? Need anything else? I was going to use these little guys, but kind of don't go now. What we can do is use these little always got to add bling. Add some down here. I don't know why it has a star. I don't understand the star. Think it needs more, girls? I don't know. What do you think? I know you can't answer me, but I need to have a little spider. A little spider somewhere. It's kind of big, but why not? It's Halloween, right? Oh, this guy doesn't want to come off on paper. So I know some of you know I have a big craft room and lots of stuff. Well, I took out my Halloween stuff and I didn't realize how much stuff I had. It was a little much. Okay, I'm getting a little carried away here. So I'd say that card is done. I don't know what you think, but I think it looks cute. So that's card number one. Paper Play Sketches number 54. So that's the first one. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then all these little doodads. So we got quite a few layers there. Hope you can see that. Pretty cool. I love the holographic paper. It's really neat. Okay, I'll put that aside. Card 1 done. Okay, so now we're going from Halloween to, oh, nothing really in particular, but this is something I saw on YouTube. And I was going to give you the website, but I forgot, but I will link it down below the video. And it was Ann Melvin, she positively, Ann, something like that, I don't know. But she did this video where she did all kinds of things with aluminum foil from the kitchen. And I really, really wanted to try it. So what she did was she took a 3D embossing folder. This one's by Sizzix. And of course I forgot the name of it. It's all little roses. And she took aluminum foil and you take your cardstock and you add a sheet of sticky. I have these sheets. They're 6 by 6. They came from Joggles. They're called Joggles Sticky Stuff Sheets, if you're interested. They weren't that expensive at all. And I just cut it to size. And you stick it down on your plain cardstock. And then peel it off. And I did the other one on the dull side, so I'm going to do this one on the shiny side. So you stick it down on your tin foil. Take a spatula and smooth it out. How cool is that, huh? Let's have something on this. It's not going to show anyway once you put it through. So I trim off the top. So we'll go in the folder. And when you're using any 3D embossing folders like this, you really need to dampen the back of your cardstock first. So give it a quick spray of water, not too much. Oops, gonna move this card. Place it down in your embossing folder. Like that, and you run it through. I have my embossing, my machine off to the side because it doesn't fit on my table. You take it out. And you have it, look at that, how cool is that? So it embosses right into your paper, onto the foil. Now what she did was she took alcohol inks and kind of just ran it across the top, or you can color them in depending on what your pattern looks like, whatever embossing folder that you're using. So I've already done one, and I kind of just used my Spectrum Noir alcohol inks and kind of colored in. It's kind of hard because it's hard to tell on this one, like where the petals stop and where the leaves begin. Like I know that's a leaf, and there's a leaf there. So I kind of winged it, and I figured it's not really going to matter much. And or you can leave it plain, either way. So my cardstock for this one, I'm using gray. For this one. So again, we're cutting it down at 5.5. And you take the paper and line it right up in that corner there. Pull it over. And there you have your card base. So this is obviously 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So on this one here, we're using this layout here, Paper Play Sketches 10, because I wanted the tinfoil to really show mostly. So I'm going to make it the whole size. So I'm going to cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4. I think this top is even. Let's see how this works. When you're cutting something like this, what I like to do is I put my blade in the middle and go up and come down. I tend to not tear the paper that much when I do it that way. When I say 5 1/4. So if you see, if you just come from the bottom, you may pull on that paper. So I start in the middle, go up, come down. And it helps you cut through. And let's see, how wide is this? Cut this size down to 4. Here we have it. So now this will be our panel.
No, it's good.
On here. Sorry about that. It's my husband. I forgot I'm taping.
You're not taping?
I am taping. So that'll be our card. Our second base there. And then I had this paper and I thought this would be pretty on the side here. But now that I have it here, I don't know. Or I wonder if it would look better with just the plain and no color. What do you think? Or I had this. I have this piece. See, I thought I had it all in my head and now I'm all confused again. This is 5 1/2. Let me cut this up first. 5 1/2. And I'm going to cut this down. Like this. Let's see how this works. Because then I had this also. I was thinking of putting. Unless I just cover it. Use that for background. I kind of like that, so it gives it color, but it kind of takes away from it too. Or I had this trim. No, not that. Or I had this trim, I was thinking. I think I like that better. Put this back here. Maybe we'll leave it off this side a little bit. This down the middle. And then this down the center. What do you think, girls? Actually, I like the silver not showing. It's going to be kind of thick, but I kind of like that. Okay, get rid of this. And we'll, unless I do this one. Yep. 5 1/2. So we're going to glue this first, but I'm going to give this a little ink on the edge. I'm using Tim Holtz Distress Ink, and as you can see, I always put my sponge on the top there, so it kind of, it's really dark. This is black soot. I kind of like darkening that up a little bit. Okay, and for this, I'm going to use my Nuvo. When I have something thicker to glue down, I like using Nuvo Deluxe Adhesive. This stuff holds really well. But because it's heavier, I'm going to use this one. Make sure it's really stuck down. Okay, I think I may like this one, but I have to even this off. Just a little thinner to match. I think I may like this one better. I like it better. Oh, I'm being quiet again, girls. I'm tired. Sorry. I don't like that. I have to keep talking and talking all the time when I'm concentrating. I do talk to myself a lot, but when I'm crafting. But a lot of times I'm very quiet also. Now when you're gluing down fabric to anything, any kind of ribbons or anything like that, I always use Fabri-Tac. This bottle is almost empty. You really don't need that much because this stuff really holds well. I always leave it upside down when it gets really low. I'm way down in here. Probably all sitting at home saying, why are you putting so much stuff on there? But it is layering, right? So we're layering. So it's 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to do 4. I love this little trim. I don't remember where I got it, but way back in the day, I used to make fabric-covered photo albums when printing photos was big. And I used to sell them, actually. But I obviously haven't done that in a long time, but I have lots of trims and ribbons and things left over from that. And plus I used to sew too, so I have a lot of everything. Let's just admit it. I have an issue. You can also use Fabri-Tac to seal up your ribbons so they don't fray. Fabri-Tac is good too because it gives you some working time. Yeah. Obviously, you girls wouldn't use what you have at home. This is just what I came up with. So I don't know if any of you were able to find some or have a 3D embossing folder, but that's pretty cool. I like that. So we have 1, 2, 3. It's only 4 layers on this one. Guess we could have went a little bit more, but I could try and get like really crazy and bling out the roses, but I think that'll take away from. Oh, you know what it does need? It needs, you know what you could put, it needs a little something, something here, like happy birthday or just hello. I should have thought about that and die cut one out, but I didn't, and I won't have time to now. But maybe I'll show that in the end. Or I'll put it in the folder, the pictures of the other cards that I made. That's what I'll do. I'll add a little bit to this. I always usually add stuff to whatever I'm making anyway after I'm done. And I go back. So that's card number 2. So moving right along. What I pulled out for the next one, we're going to go now to summer, because it is still summer. And this one I have cut up already, way in advance. So for this one here, we're going to be using this first one, Paper Play Sketches number 23. So this one here, I had a card base. So I have lots of white card bases already in stock, so I just use that instead of cutting my own. And I cut a piece of pink cardstock that's 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, which just gives a little bit of border around, but it just shows that you have that layer on there. I'm actually not going to ink this one. I don't think. I should use a lighter one. Hold on. This is my vintage photo. We'll use a little bit of this. I really don't like white edges. I'll just give it a little bit of color. Not very heavy, just enough to give it some dimension. And then you have to do the card too. And I go all the way around. Just real quick, just to give it some color. We'll glue this down. Doesn't take much. And glue that layer down right there. This is layer number 1. And then I did cut this little piece. Now this piece is 1 1/4 by 4 1/8, which is the same size as the base. I love this paper. I did a lot of my my samples of my boot camp stuff using this paper, so everything kind of matches. And everything else that I've been making, I've been using this paper a lot. So I glue that down there. Then my next layer was this one, and this piece is 2 inches by 4 inches. Excuse me. Ink up the edge. This paper is so cute. And this one's going to go here, like that. I had already laid this one out, so I knew what I was doing, so it would go quicker. This piece is 2 1/2 by 3 1/2. You can pause and go back so you can get down these measurements. I didn't write the measurements down because I just kind of made it up as I was going along. See this paper? I'm using all the non-decorative styles. And this one will go right here, like this. Oh, no, it's supposed to be up higher, like that. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and then this piece, this is actually a little tag. Now it's supposed to have the blue outline cut out, but I think I'm gonna leave it. And I'm actually gonna punch this hole. Like that. And I was watching, I forget what I was watching. No, I was watching one video, I don't remember who it was already. And she gave a great hint on when you're inking up the edges of your paper, how do you ink that little hole? And I'll be, hold on 1 second. What she did was she took Q-tip, put it in your ink, and then you just roll it around in there. I guess that would work, but actually, what I plan on doing anyway is I think I'm going to put an eyelet in there. And I think I want to put pink one. Oh, no, I don't like that pink. I'll do this pink. I like putting this down so I can see what I'm doing. And squeeze. It's getting harder and harder for me to do that though, my hands. I don't like the way that came out. We can cover that with ribbon. And this is going to go here like this. Now when you have, this is a chipboard that came with this, and you know how it has these little things where you peel them off of the sheet? What I do is I take a nail file and I sand those down, and it gets it right off. Also gives a little texture to the edge of your chipboard. And it's an easy way to get rid of it. Now this card is getting kind of thick. When you have a chipboard and it's a little too much, you can take a layer off. You don't need to have all this stuff in the back. You just get in there and peel away some of that cardboard. Because I like to pop these up, but then when they're too thick, and then you pop them up, and they're really too thick, really, really thick. See, so that's good. You still have, it's still chipboard. And you take a little ink up these edges. This is Summer Vibes. And pardon my reach, I thought I had some tape out here, but I didn't. I need to change my, put down my foam tape. Don't forget, girls, you gotta do your homework. I want you to make some cards using these layouts. Post them in the folder that I created for this tutorial. Make sure it's not upside down. I'm gonna put that right there. Make sure you comment down below and like my video. I'd appreciate it. And we need some ribbon, and I think I'm going to go with a light blue. And even hoard ribbon. It's kind of cute. I like the thin ribbon. Jeez. I don't know if I want that one or not. I like that one. Can I do this one? Just a little piece, not too long. I don't think I like that. This one's good. God, where did I get this from? Goodness. Ow, I just poked myself. Yeah, this is better. I have a small flat iron that I bought. It's supposed to be a travel one, and it really doesn't work well. But what it is very good for, I think it's in here, is ironing your ribbons. Well, look how cute this is. It's a little flat iron, and I'm not going to do it now because I'd have to wait for it to heat up. Plug it in, and you just take your ribbon and you run it through the flat iron like that, and it, when it's on, obviously straightens out your ribbon, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to put my ribbon through here. Take my ends through. This one's upside down. Want the right side up showing. I have to cut this shorter because it's going to stick out way too far. Well, that's all right. We'll do it after. And this can go here like this. Very cute. I'm just going to glue this one down. I think we've done the best. I've done the best on this one with, as far as layering goes. We'll stick that right there. And I'll cut these a little shorter so it can go in the envelope. Jeepers, Ruth. Yeah. Now across the top here, this little banner thing I found also that came with this paper pack. These little banner pieces. So I thought I'd use this as my string. Just kind of put that there and take these I'll start one here. Kind of overlapping a bit, but that's okay. Wait, they're going the wrong way. And one more. I don't know. What you think, girls? Not bad. This really should be up higher. Like this. Yeah. So cute. And we'll just cut these off. Like that. There we have it. We got lots of layers on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was a good one. Summer vibes. Cute little note card sent to a friend. Oh, I never covered this. I gotta cover this. Okay, that's card number 3, and we have our last one, which is this Paper Play Sketches 15. And for that one, we're going fall. So I hope I'm still in view here. Yeah. So I cut a piece of brown cardstock, and I have this textured plain cardstock. It's got like little acorns on it. It's cute. So we're gonna ink up our paper. Definitely. And I want to do this too. I need to put some ink on that pad because it's getting a little dry. I use this one all the time, as you can tell. I think it's on scrapbook.com maybe. I saw someone had this, like it's a paw print. No, it's not scrapbook.com because that's their thing for whatever website it is. But it's like a little rubber thing, and you put your ink pad on it, and it doesn't move. But they're out of stock. I definitely got to get one of those. I think. No, I'm not. Okay, so this is the 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. That's our first panel that we put down. Lay that down. And then I have this cute little daisy paper. I'll measure this in 1 minute. This piece is 1 1/2 by 4 1/8. Let's go in there. But these have to go underneath. So these are 2 1/4 inch square. Well, this one is, I should say. And this one's going to go up here. And I believe this is the same size. Yes, 2 1/4 inch square. So this one's going there, and this one is going here. I'll put this one down first. Okay, so this is layer 1. This is 2. And this one overlaps right there, so we'll call that 3. And this will be number 4. Whoop. And it's gonna go right there. And then this was one of the cut aparts in this paper pad. I had to trim it down a little bit so it'll fit okay. Because it was just a, kind of like it was a little big, but I really, really wanted to use it because I thought they were so cute. I love gnomes. I used this paper last year for my my thankful journal. What's it called? Anyway, I did it. I followed along with Lollipalooza when we made the thankful journal in November. Oh, it came out so cute. This is 2 3/4 by 3 7/8. And I was gonna pop it up here. I think I'm gonna pop this up. It's all little gnomes. Oh my gosh, it came out so cute. And that goes right there. Adorable. Love them. Happy fall, y'all. And we're going to put some little tool here. Sorry. I'm going to use these. So cute. I'll put a little dot in the middle of that flower. That's not supposed to be there though. Because some flowers don't have white in the middle. No. Can't put the brown. Now that works. There we go. Oops. Yeah. We'll put one over here. There's another big brown in here. That one right there. So cute. And there we have it. Just like that. We made 4 cards. And this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers. So that was on Paper Play Sketches number 15. Now I have a document that has, well, I have a folder that's got all kinds of sketches. And I think what I may do is I'll put a few together on a document and I'll add it to our files so that you can have them if you want to make cards for yourself and use different kinds of layouts. So here's our 15. This was 23. This was 10. Cover my glue so it doesn't dry up. And this was 54. So that's our 4 cards. So this one had quite a few layers on it. I can't see. No, this way. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 layers on this one. This one didn't have that much, but I just like the flowers. I thought they come out pretty cool. So this only has 1, 2, 3, 4 layers, but it's still 4 layers. And this one here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all kinds of little goodies on there. And then our happy fall. I think this was my favorite that we just did. So don't forget to do your homework, post your pictures, and there will be a drawing, and I'll be giving away my cards from whoever posts their pictures in our folder. And they will have envelopes to come with that go with them. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and happy crafting. Bye, guys.